You have graphic design skills, but what is the best way to use them? Do you freelance or do you start a business?
I've actually tried both. Well, kind of, but more about that later. But here's what I've found on my journey as a graphic designer.
Firstly, the obvious crux of this entire situation is that freelancing comes with less risk than starting a business. But with less risk comes less reward.
The potential with starting your own business is almost limitless.
But before you rush into making a business faster than Disney trying to make a new Star Wars movie,
let's properly look into this. It's 2022, and so if you have graphic design skills, then you can potentially make a lot of money.
But for me, I started freelancing back in 2009 on a platform called People Per Hour.
Back then I was a noob and I was selling logos for say $20, $30, $40 a pop. That's right, your boy here was just finding himself in the market and was probably selling himself short, but also wasn't making that great designs as well.
But here's the thing, no matter how good my skills could ever become or how magical my marketing might get, I'm only just one person, and so I can only work on a certain amount of design projects every single week or month.
That's how starting a business really allows you to leverage situations.
By scaling up and expanding. One designer working on one project becomes 10 designers working on say 5 to 10 projects.
Sounds great, right?
The thing is, you need to find people who are reliable and skilled enough to hire, which isn't easy. There are a lot of fakers and delusional people out there.
Trust me, I've worked with a lot of them.
And if any of these people that you hire end up screwing up, it would all fall back onto you as the business owner.
And so eventually I realized that freelancing just wasn't for me, and I wanted to scale things up in terms of my career and business.
The route I've taken, however, isn't one where I've created a graphic design business, hiring other designers to jump on and change the graphic design world.
I've adopted more of an entrepreneur kind of route.
But at the very heart of my path are my skills and my passion for graphic design. If you truly have a burning desire for typography,
or when you look at a really great piece of design, your eyes widen with awe,
then you can use that in many different ways to make a lot of money and also to run a business or businesses. For example, my logo design e-guide right here,
which might I add has some really awesome feedback and you guys are really making use of it. But yeah, that thing took a lot of work and a lot of time to actually set up. But it was worth it because it's supplying me with passive income day in, day out.
It required my skills and knowledge of logo designing to write the guide itself, and then marketing to advertise it and actually get people to see it and click it.
On top of that, I need to keep track of every single sale for tax purposes. So as you can see, there's a lot to think about compared to just being a freelancer and, picking up a job here and there.
But to me, the former is worth it because now I can work on other revenue streams while that e-guide is just creating passive income every single day.
But there's one thing at the heart of my entire journey that if I didn't have it, it would be a lot more difficult to get to where I am today.
And that is a social media presence. At the end of the day, it's just free marketing, and it's a way to reach hundreds of thousands of people very, very easily. Is it easy to grow a community like that?
Hell no.
I've been building this amazing community for almost 7 years. It started by me putting out educational content and wanting to help the community.
And that still exists today. But I also want to handcraft other things that I know the community are going to make use of and will actually use in their workflows day to day. And of course, on top of that, the educational content that I do enjoy making, like this video right here today. Moving away from that, I also sell things on eBay as well. But how do graphic design skills play into selling on eBay?
Well, when you post a listing on eBay, you need to have engaging titles and also great thumbnails. You need to understand what the buyer wants to see and what they want to read, so it does take some marketing and design skills in that situation.
Again, it's taking those graphic design skills and applying them to different situations to create new revenue streams. This might sound like a lot of work, and yeah, it pretty much is a lot of work, but there are some hidden perils and dangers as well.
Legal trouble is something nobody ever wants in their life, but as a business owner, it can actually come out of nowhere. Because of this, you should try and create an LLC or limited company.
This means that any kind of legal issues you come across will not be targeted at you as a person or individual, but more the company you've set up.
Also, go through the proper legalities of trademarking your brand name. For example, Satori Graphics is in fact legally trademarked, so now I can slap on that cool little R circular icon next to the name.
This prevents anybody else using Satori Graphics as a business name or kind of any revenue stream. And if I recall correctly, it was around £800 or about $900 to set up.
Then consider if you want to actually hire people to work on your business. If you mess up or the business fails for whatever reason, those people and their families will likely suffer because of it.
Essentially, you have a lot of responsibilities compared to a freelancer. Being a business owner or having various different revenue streams isn't for everyone.
It often means you will be working 12, 13, 14, 15 hours per day, sometimes 7 days a week.
Burnout is a very real thing, and I recently have gone through that myself. But after a break and a few reflection periods, I'm good to go again.
Just ask yourself, how can you use your design skills to create value for people, and what do you need to do to allow yourself to do just that?
And if you want to watch something else that's really useful linked to today's topic, just click the video on screen. And until next time guys, design your future today. Peace.